back to Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura, the stuttering guitarist. It's a guitar day, and today, courtesy of our good friends over at Bootlegger Guitar, the tube-driven Zapped Up Distortion Pedal. The pedal is transformative to a clean rig especially. When you have a good clean signal dialed in, you can't always get out of that same amplifier the distortion that you want. So back in the day, a lot of us would have two amps, our clean amp, our dirty amp. Something like a 15-inch speaker or a 4x10 for the clean, and then your 212, your 412 British style for the distortion. What this pedal allows you to do is to convert your rig to sounding like you have a second amp. I'm going to show you some of my clean tones and go through some of the paces on what is a shockingly versatile pedal from Bootlegger. Before we go into it, you can see the normal readout of controls here. You've got your distortion, your volume, your treble, your bass. Then you have mid and mid frequency. Those two mid controls are a high quality feature on this pedal that I've only seen in professional end gear, and it makes a world of difference if you're a tone taster. So we'll go through that a little bit more, but I want to give you some sounds. First, this is my clean tone. I'm using the Stallion guitar that I helped design for Stallone Guitars. This is a simple 5-way switch with a humbucker, P90 humbucker configuration. For the opening track, I used the P90 for the rhythm and then switched between the neck and bridge. But you get to in between tones, and this blender knob actually lets you match the two humbuckers without the P90 to get that in between sound, and we'll go through that in the tone tests. But we're going to open it up. So go from what is, I think, a nice clean tone to a really, really nice crunch. So here's some just quick sounds with starting with the neck pickup. Neck and middle. Middle. Middle and bridge. Then finally bridge. And then for the two humbucker rhythm sound that a lot of people love playing. So you can hear you're really going to get that high gain that you want when you really want to go for something hitting, for a good lead tone. So those are kind of the primary rock tones, are going to be the bridge and the neck for me. But what's fantastic about this pedal, first, you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as long as the pedal's in. Then you can see that the tube remains lit as Just like an amp, you can't turn the tube on and off when you switch, but what it does is actually warm up your signal. And I noticed that going into recording, that the more I would have it on, the more I loved the tone, the dynamic response. And in this day and age where you have so much better options for PA equipment and people running direct through a preamp or a floorboard, a pedal like this can restore some of that organic feel and sound. But more than just a tube-driven distortion, this pedal has some great sounds along the way. What I encourage people to do is set your lead tone with the volume all the way up. And to avoid tap dancing all night, just roll your volume back for the rhythm. Then open it back up for the chorus or your leads. But this pedal, like a very good responsive amp, if you take the volume almost all the way down, if you like that semi-dirty clean tone, you can just leave the pedal on, pedal engaged, and use your volume tone to go back and forth. It really opens up a palette of tones, so you can go from rock, classic rock, and down to blues in the way that I think of it. So I'm going to do a little bit of a demo here just with the lower gain. And then you've got your lead tone. If you want to dirty it up, just roll some of the volume back in. If you really want to go, so there are a lot of great tones on the way. If you navigate over to the bootleggerguitar.com website, take a look at their pedals, but especially this beast. It has a whole lot more going for it, and for such boutique features, you're really getting an amazing deal from Chuck. And I want to thank Chuck for lending me this, allowing me to do this review for the channel, and I hope it helps you to think about getting creative, going over there, looking at the diverse gear they've got. They've got such a fantastic selection, but using a single piece of gear and really getting familiar with it and building your tone instead of just having a different stomp box for everything you want to do, it'll push you as a player, it'll push you as an artist and a creator. It's also fun. We get into this, guitarists, and you start tone chasing and you look for pictures of pedal boards and the classic pedals people have, but some of the greats really had a simple rig where they only had a couple of pedals, and some still do, and they rely on obviously their tone. The more different ways you use your gear, the less gear you'll find that you need. So this heavy duty pedal, all metal chassis, tube inside, the parameters that it gives, it's made to be played and played at venue. This is going to take a beating for you. Now I want to go to that mid contrast control. So here's our bridge tone. So without taking the mid out, I'm going to take the mid frequency down. You can hear it. It sounds like it kind of compresses it a little bit, takes some of the frequency off. And it's really evident when you do something like a scoop. So I'm going to scoop the mid out. Now I'm going to take the frequency control back up. So you still get that scooped sound, but listen to the palette. It's almost got the feeling of opening up like a wah pedal. It's almost got the feeling of opening up a wah pedal, and you really start to see the expanding palette for the mid with this frequency control, and that gives you a lot of options. So I'm going to take the mid back up. So again, this is more than a one-trick pony. This is a phenomenal tool. You can simplify your board with adding warmth, adding dynamic response, and adding to what you can do as a player without needing more gear. And it's been an absolute pleasure to play around with this pedal, to get a feel for what it does. But the way it cleans up, it gives me a lot to do, and is one of those pedals I plan on doing, some of the smaller gigs with, to not have to tap dance around so much and have a rhythm and a lead tone just utilizing the volume pot. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, go to bootleggerguitar.com. Take a look at the tube-driven Zapped Up Distortion along with all their other pedals, and you'll find some great amps and guitars on the way. This has been Jeremy Laura, the stuttering guitarist from Strings and Pucks. If you can, smash that like, subscribe to the channel. We've got more hockey days ahead, but for now, let's play.